Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi allazina istafa amma ba'd. The beginnings of Sufism. The Sufis trace the origin of Sufism or the Tasawwuf to the Prophet of Islam. They believe that there were two dimensions to the revelations received by the Prophet. One took the form of the words of the Quran, the other that of the divine inspiration within his heart. The former was meant for all, while the latter was to be imparted to the chosen few and conveyed directly from heart to heart. Book knowledge or the knowledge of the words of the Quran and Ahadith was known as Ilm Safina, while the knowledge of the heart was known as Ilm Sina. The religious scholars or ulama were experts in the knowledge of Quran and Ahadith, but it was claimed that the knowledge of the heart remained with those called the Sufis. The claim of the Sufis that the Tasawwuf had its source in the life of the Prophet and his companions is based on certain facts. The Prophet led an extremely simple life. He avoided all luxuries. Any valuable presents received by him were immediately disposed of in charity. His personal possessions, even at the time when the whole of Arabia acknowledged his supremacy, comprised of no more than an ordinary mattress to sleep on and a pitcher to keep water in. He fasted for months on end and slept little, preferring to spend the major portion of the night in prayers. His very life was a proof and the example of his knowledge and commitment to both the theoretical concepts of Islam as well as its everyday practice. The faith and practice of Islam is made up of three elements which together form the basis of Islamic religion. These are Iman or belief in the revealed word of God, Ittiba or compliance with the Sahaba, and Ihsan or the practice of virtue and sincerity. Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, a companion of the Prophet and the second Caliph, narrates a tradition which elucidates these three elements. One day, when we were with the Prophet of God, there came to him a man whose clothes were of an exceeding whiteness, and his hair was of an exceeding blackness, nor were there any sign of travel upon him. Although none of us had seen him before, he sat down opposite the Prophet. He asked the Prophet to tell him what is meant by surrender to God. The Prophet answered, "The surrender is that you should say prayers 5 times, fast during Ramadan, pay zakat, and if you can, go on the pilgrimage to the sacred house, the Kaaba." He said, "You have spoken truly." We were amazed that having questioned the Prophet, he should corroborate what he said. Then he said, "Tell me what faith, Iman, is." Then the Prophet said, "It is that you should believe in God, in angels, and the books, the prophets, and the last day, and you should believe that no good or evil comes but by His providence." "You have spoken truly," he said. Then he said, "Tell me what excellence Ihsan is." The Prophet answered, "It is that you should worship God as if you saw Him, or if you do not see him, truly he sees you." Then the stranger went away. Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet's sallallahu alaihi wasallam's companion, says that he stayed there long after that person had gone until the Prophet said to him, "O Umar, do you know who the questioner was?" He said, "God and his Prophet know best." "But I do not know at all." "It was Gabriel," said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. "He came to teach you your religion." The Sufis lay most emphasis on Ihsan. Put most simply, Ihsan can be described as that level of devotion at which the devotee is completely absorbed in the worship of God. The Sufis strongly believe that there are many levels of excellence in the actual practice of Ihsan, and the objective of the Sufi practice is to raise this level of excellence. That is why they define true Ihsan as the attainment of that level of devotion at which one begins to experience the presence of God.